Okay, we got up to speed. Um, I don't know. It seems like whenever I upload to YouTube, I upload like 360p videos, which is just totally unacceptable. So I'm gonna see if there's something I can do about that in OBS. I don't know if like the visual quality is crappy when I'm streaming on Twitch. It looks all right, but I have no idea. I was debating whether to stream Scarlet Hollow or something else, but eh. Do do do. Like it looks like I have no idea what the different. Okay, interval, CPU usage, profile, tune. Um. Hmm. Well, let me. I'll record this time while I'm streaming. So we'll. I might do that and then edit the video afterward. We'll see. That might give better results on YouTube. We'll see. Not that I'm really expecting that. Like, I've been getting like 0 to 2 views on all my videos, so we'll see. So give me a quick second to start up the game. So this is a game also by Black Tabby Games, the people who did Schley the Princess. Actually, let me put up an alert on Twitter, and I'm never gonna call it X. Fuck Elon Musk. He's an idiot. Um, Holy fuckballs, just let me fucking in. Ugh. Yes, that's still my phone number. I didn't randomly change. Okay, so I'm sure Black Tabby Games has a Twitch. Ah, yes, there they are. Let's see. In just a second, I'll start actually recording, and then I will start the game. All right. Let us begin. The Twitter alert has gone up, so let us also start recording. Do. Oh, it's windowed. I wasn't able to read. Okay, there. Let me change the options real quick. Uh, do. No. We're not doing auto advancing text. All right, let's do full screen. That looks like it's okay. So I am going to turn, I'm gonna quit, and then we're gonna restart the game with the with everything ready to go. Because I wasn't able to read the opening. Okay. As soon as that up. Yep. Okay, content warning. This is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, blacktabbygames.com, if you need a full list of content warnings. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. Slay the Princess also has an opening really similar to that, and I appreciate the atmosphere it gives the game, you know? So we're gonna go like, I was thinking I might go like full role playing here, so we'll do. Anyway. Black Tabby Games, yay! Oh, I love her little hand there. So this is the mansion that is going to be around. It's quite a thing. I love how spooky it is. So we will start from the beginning. Our name... Usually I just go with Canary for my name. Sort of like Manly Badass. Here it goes with Manly. Oh. Yeah, we'll just go with Canary. That's our usual. And where's Canary from? Well, I could go for where Canary is actually from. No. That's where I grew up, so for me, the equivalent of Scarlet Hollow would be that town. I could go with the city where I live. I could go with somewhere nearby. Let's go with my ideal. Like, let's see. Where would someone who really hates their fucking hometown want to live? And their hometown is just the tiniest little poda in New York. Canary moved to New York. Pronouns don't impact gameplay. He, him, they, them, or she, her. Well, obviously, Canary is not exactly this Canary, so... But... Birb obviously is a he, they, but I think this Canary will be she, her. So we have a few different possibilities. The last time I went with it, I think I went with Talk to Animals and Keen Eye. I was tempted to go Talk to Animals and Mystical just to make me as weird as fucking possible. But on the other hand, Street Smart will get us places that we might not otherwise get. You know what? We're going to go, yeah, we're going to go as weird as possible. We are obviously a goth of some description. Because, like, we admire Wednesday Addams. We, unironically enjoyed My Immortal back when that was being written. You know, the whole 9 yards. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, bad news, 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. God, like anyone who has ridden Greyhound can relate to this description. And I have ridden a lot of Greyhound. I remember one time when I was heading down to California and back, there was a woman on the bus who was very much on drugs, who was actually trying to get off the bus while it was on the freeway. It was fascinating. It was, and like, I couldn't do anything, so it was just like, well, okay, this is happening now. Ooh, get some gristle and dinner. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. For the funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. But it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life, with no choice to be made, because you were always going to find your way here. But when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. We got it because we're mystical. Magical and mystical and full of hoobadoobs and woodgy-woos. Anyway, I'll stop talking nonsense now. It's a lie, obviously. I will always talk nonsense. Alright. Damn, that music is way louder than it looks, so we're gonna dial that back a little. And now the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying, that guy has really wide eyes. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours. I want to, yeah, is what his shirt appears to say. And he has really creepy wide eyes. And he is unshaven. This, He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking to you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when he started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. That's not usual prank stuff, bro. Wait, what? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. have been a teen. And that's definitely not what I was doing. I did almost get hit by a car once, though. Don't cross massive thoroughfares in a big city off the crosswalks. I sort of tripped and fell. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. Bro. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad, not just playing. Bro! But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We went out hanging out all day. Is everyone in this world insane? She kind of became my girlfriend after that. We've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Okay. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and jeez. You ever get so mad that you just, like, want to kill somebody? What? What is wrong with you? Why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? I have never felt that way about another person, and I find it alarming that you have. You're young. You'll get it when somebody tries to break your heart one day. It changes a person. It makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for us. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. Always wanted to go there. Seriously, what the heck? Seriously, what the heck? Your girlfriend is giving birth right now, and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York after she tried to break up with you and you threatened to kill her. Hey now, I never threatened to kill her. Okay, maybe over text, just a little. But fatherhood is scary, plus her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Mom doesn't like me much, so I'd probably just make things super stressful. She'll understand, she's chill. Someone would have to be chill to date you. Anyways, where you say you were headed? I'm coming home. I'm coming home. My mother fled this place many years ago, but she's gone now, and I can feel it calling me back. Some things can only be put off for so long. The young man anxiously shifts in his seat. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable before he catches himself and heartily laughs. I see there are cats happening. Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in the mountains. We are clearly on the East Coast, so I'm glad I picked New York. Now it feels weird that he was just sitting there talking about going to the city where I live. I don't know if that changes if you name New York. Or if you name someplace else. Worth finding out at some point, but not right now. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around, so if you're getting off at my stop, you must be headed up that way. Almost nobody ever goes there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now. Sorry, my audio. To the ground. Oh, there's no good place to. Obviously, I'm going to edit all of this out for YouTube. Though actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. A coal mine up in the holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around there. I never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks. Marijuana stain? But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. How old are you? Hope they didn't die. Ha! This is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me to talk to. Here, I have something for you. Stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. Noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Sure, I guess. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. And we're free! And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though, for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Canary. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be there. Tabitha as in Tabby? Like Black Tabby? Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. How are you holding up? Fine. You know you can talk to me, right? I know we only just met, but you know I went through something similar with my own mom. You ever need to vent or... Good. That seems like not the greatest thing to say to her. But... oh, we can! Seems kind of like a dick move, but... So, the funeral... it's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. You need any, have you worked out all the details yet? Taken care of. Don't need any help. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that, or Dad, I guess. You feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Pearl Ann and the old Scarlets. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. You sound like her right now, my mother. She hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parent. She seems troubled by that. We get to choose. Wait, what was the last line? There are some things in life we get to choose. She's the one who left. Oh, I feel bad doing this. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Your cousin turns to stare at you and I see hatred in her eyes. Maybe this would have worked to ease tension if she were someone else, but she isn't. She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. That was not the thing to say. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. I did it bad. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone who used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. Faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare to what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that you should have left to rot. That should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobweb. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Or possibly the cliff, given how thin it was at the end. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. You know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. Show you around so you know where it's safe to leave your bags here for the time. Honestly, I am completely sincere and I'm revealing my gothness here. I am completely sincere in saying this house is beautiful. Like, you can see its old grandeur. It's beautiful. It is. The estate was the prized jewel of this region for a long time. Quite a magnificent piece of architecture, even now. Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name's Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. As Tabitha speaks, your eyes are drawn to the windows and the overgrown garden outside. Dread and anxiety grip your lungs, and you can almost feel the ground beneath you start to slip. The place is a step away from being swallowed up and vanishing forever. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Kitty! Kitty cat! Kitty cat! Kitty! Love kitties. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Alright, some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. This place isn't safe, and I don't mean in the sense of it being perched on a literal cliff. Something's wrong here. Okay, geez, I get it. You think it's messy. I'll tell Janie to be more thorough this week. But you should know there's only so much anyone can do with a country house this old. Always gonna be a little grimy and worn, unlike your sleek city apartments. A little dirt bothers you. You're gonna have a rough time this week. That wasn't what I was talking about, but okay. I'm predictable, huh? Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Oh, yeah. Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet, thanks. Cool, good talk. Well, I do love PB&J. How'd you know if it was one of my favorites? That smile can't be real. I didn't, but good for you. Now, what if I want ice cream? What if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know, and there will be consequences. Alright, what's next? What's next on the tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Don't try to pet Frou Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Ne me parle pas. Hey, random. What does that mean? I assume I completely butchered the pronunciation. Oh, the music's still playing. Bitchin'. Hey, random. I need a French translation.
Est-ce que tu veux sur on
What did he say?
ne me parle pas.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Non, non. Est-ce que tu parles français? Non.
Oh!
Ne me parle pas. Ce n'est pas une pipe.
Oh, don't talk to me? Or something like that?
Je ne yeah. Essentially.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk to me, yeah.
So, okay. Okay, but can I pet you? Ugh, another filthy American sticking their business where it doesn't belong. No, you may not pet me. I would sooner spear myself with sewage than be touched by your filthy ape hands. Ugh. Stop wasting my time. Let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long and dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must, if you must. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room and mystery stains paint the floor. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Who exactly uses this bathroom? Yes. Are you sure this toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. Okay. You sign resignation. Okay. That's the spirit. Oh god. Nope. Scram, fellas, the jig is up. Skitter from the bolt as you lift the seat. I love how I can understand the cockroaches too. Fine. Toilet's a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. I mean, I assume it is old given the undoubtedly painted portrait of a Victorian lady back there. I don't even know that she's Victorian. She might be Regency. Like, it kind of looks like it's a it kind of looks empire wasted just from what you can see at the like very bottom of her dress where it ends. You can kind of see where it like goes out again. That looks empire wasted, and the little poofy sleeves are very Regency. So I think it might be Regency. I am picking this apart more than necessary, which is usually the case when I see art in a game. Dust, mildew, wood rotted, has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. Ed Janie watched them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone's died here. No, people have died here. The closet's full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. People have died here, haven't they? I sense a heavy spiritual fog hanging over this room. People have died here, haven't they? And this house is almost 150 years old. Obviously, people have died here. This room is This room is amazing. This is great. Way nicer than what I'm used to. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever nonsense you're used to in the city. I used to sleep here. Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. She actually reminds me of some of the grumpier princesses. Guess I'll get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away and others down the line. Where are you going? Work. Someone has to pay the bills around here. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me, except for you and your mom. Requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Can I come on? What? No, the mine is dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Shit, girl boss! Jesus. That's kind of bad. You ever think about things you could be doing with your life that might give you a better sense of purpose and running? Some of us don't have the luxury of choice, Canary. Some of us had to stick around to keep the family business from crumbling, to keep the town from crumbling. Some of us had to temper our expectations for how our lives were going to go. There's a simple satisfaction in getting a task done, and that's all I need. Do whatever it is you want to do while I'm gone. Just don't do anything dumb or dangerous, not while I'm responsible for you. Are you sure you can't take the day off? It's a special occasion. Your cousin's in town. No, some of us have responsibilities. Okay, I'll drop it. Sorry. Thank you. See you later tonight. Go into town, stay there, do what you want, just stay out of trouble. Did I do something wrong? You asked me to come to this funeral, but since the moment I got here, you've been acting like I spat in your... What's going on? Was it something I said? Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here, but you haven't exactly been easy. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Just stay out of my hair, okay? I have work to do. I will keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door, and now it's just you. You and this sprawling, decrepit estate. Time to fucking explore! Oh, well, I also haven't eaten, so I should probably eat. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. I just noticed we have a gift basket here, though. Like, there's, like, fruit and bread and shit. And we weren't told not to eat it. And there's something there, too. Oh, right, that's probably funeral shit. That makes sense. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, and plate, and a knife. And a cat. We're gonna say hi to the cat. Frou-Frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Do you like living here? I despise small talk. Do you know what's in the sealed off part of the estate? Nosy, aren't you? But of course I am not surprised. You seem to enjoy poking your head where it doesn't belong. We can... I don't... Oh. Frou-Frou's female. I should have been going higher. Well. She is a very deep-voiced female. I don't think she'll like the peanuts, but I'll offer them. You extend your arm and offer Frou-Frou your bag of boiled peanuts as a token of peace. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. Want some boiled peanuts? Mon Dieu, no. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Ow. Frou lunges at your hand and bites you hard. You back away. But kitty. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie, stay out in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, okie dokie. I see butter, mayo, bunch of ice cream. Looks like banana chocolate chunk? Maybe? Yeah, banana chocolate chunk. That sounds pretty. That does. Oh my god, she has just tons of chunky monkey. That's fabulous. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to go wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Let's look at everything. Except the ice cream. We are not touching the ice cream. Oh god! Why did you do that? What were you expecting? The takeout container is disgusting beyond words. A liquefied mess, fully congealed in a styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. The substance doesn't just smell bad. It smells ancient. You can eat it! That sounds like a good way to take myself out for the rest of the day. Oh, for God's sake, put it back! Your body reacts before you even register what you're doing, compelled by a deep primal disgust. You shove the container back in the fridge, pushing it into the depths of the shelves and out of your mind. Hopefully you can forget it exists and move on with your life. Let's see how disgusting the mayo is. You know you probably shouldn't, but part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar, its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. Let's just take the jelly. Lucy's jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. Why do we have that much jelly, though? This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close the fridge and keep looking. Yes, we are going to close the fridge. We are not going to touch the ice cream because we want to get along with Tabitha. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Let's search the pantry. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Let's grab bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. There are definitely some moldy loaves of bread. One step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, knife, and some peanut butter. We'll take the peanut butter. We see where Black Tabby Games falls on the debate. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. I'll take it. Extra protein. The only thing you need now are a plate and a knife. I will look at the mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. It's Kraft. No, we will... Oh god, why? We'll put it back. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems not to like you. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Close the pantry. Yes. Close the pantry door as best you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Honestly, I really was like half tempted to do the narrator voice from Slay the Princess. Actually, like, I don't think so, but I would be curious if they take place in the same, like, general universe. Let us search the pantry. Oh, wait, we did the pantry. We're closing the pantry. That was dumb. We're searching the cabinets now. Aha! This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Oh, look at the mug. I was blown away. Altitude 43, 4,350 feet. Blowing Rock, North Carolina. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. So we're in North Carolina then, probably. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. Might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Let's look at the shot class. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you've heard from your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Plate and knife. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you needed to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. The level of detail of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich rivals the cooking scenes with Emmy and Fate Stay Night. I can dig it. Like, those were some of my favorite scenes. I love cooking. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Hell yeah, let's make that PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you've successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations! You can feed yourself. Da 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 da! All that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Well, we did sense something scary in the garden, so let's go check it out. I do like that statue. It's quite pretty. Actually, this whole place is really pretty. I like this garden a lot. The garden was reclaimed... God. I have some congestion in the back of my nose. Give me a sec. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. Might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Let's explore. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. Well, that was nothing. You head inside and close the door behind you. We're done. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Fuck yeah, we're going to the Forbidden Wings. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going to the Forbidden Wings of the estate. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by locks and chains. Alright, well. Though I noticed the cat's following us around, it was down in the bottom left corner. With your cousin gone, there's nothing for you to really do here. You drop your bags off in your room and head out to explore the town. If you'd known you'd wind up walking all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. Only you could wipe the slate between you two clean and bury some of the tension. Oh, maybe your mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked, and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh, Popper! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Why, I do declare, who is this stranger, and why does she smell of peanut butter? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Canary. My, oh my, I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Canary. Yeah. That's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. Not often I see a strange face in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yep. I just got into town today. Wow, I didn't think there'd be anyone else coming. Are you staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath, "One of these days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me." I haven't seen her since Pearl Ann passed, or for a while before that, now that I think about it. I love taking the mystical choices. They make me sound so just beyond insane, even more than the talking to animals thing does. Like, I enjoy just the sheer level of weirdness my character is bringing to the party this time. Sorry, did you say Tabby? Did I hear you right? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. She's in conflict with herself. She's in conflict with herself. The other I met today isn't the real Tabitha. I hope you mean that metaphorically. To tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges, but most people don't really catch on to that. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying here, even if she doesn't think so herself. You picked up on that quick, Brandon. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. This town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was... I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in that spooky old mansion, you must have rent the frou-frou. How does that monster fare? I will pet her if it's the last thing I do. Yeah, I met Frou-Frou. She might think she's so much better than me, but I will get her to let me pet her. Wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Haha, yeah. I have a couple of options. I can say nothing, which might have her just standing there awkwardly being like, it's fake, right? You're gonna tell me that was fake, right? I can lie really, really badly and say, haha, yes, this is a joke. I cannot talk to animals. Or, alas, you've discovered my dark and terrible secret. Given that I can talk to animals and I'm mystical, I can't help but think that my character has a flair for the dramatic. Alas, you've discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a Southern belle when she talks. Haha, yeah, of course you're joking. You and Stellar maintain silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards, and do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. But thou must. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lightless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life, all of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Not a stranger! And I just realized that I have managed to wrap my headphone cord fully around my, Oh, no, wait, no, there we go. I thought I'd managed to wrap my headphone cord entirely around my armrest, which would have been annoying. Everyone's staring at me with like these the almost glaring. Hi everyone, I'm Canary. Hey everyone, I'm Canary, just in town for the funeral. Before anyone can respond, you and tell Stella casually slide into a booth, pretending the whole town didn't just gawk at you like a sideshow attraction. To be fair, Canary is Canary. So I haven't I get the impression like she's used to it. It looks like your entrance is a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Folks around here don't meet many strangers as is, and with who you're related to, well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully placed a specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Ah, shucks. Thanks, Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. And now we can see. We have to hit H for that. Anything for you? I can offer everyone I encounter boiled peanuts, but I'm saving them for a special occasion. I'll get a biscuit and coffee. I mean, I know I just ate PB&J, but I literally did not eat all day. Could I have a biscuit and coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the county. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you, then linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Do we have a biscuit now? No, we only have coffee. Anyway, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always a reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too, so it'll be a special occasion. Is a potluck like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? No, the Sunday thing is coincidental. It's actually hosted by the library. Not too many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest. A non-religious community in the rural South? A non-religious community in the rural South? That would be unusual. I know, we must seem like such heathens. But there's plenty of God-fearing folks in town. They just aren't the biggest fans of the local church. Well, the building's okay, but the pastor's another story. There's just something a little off about the guy. You'll get what I mean if you ever meet him. And unfortunately, you probably will. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? I'll probably just do what I can to support Tabitha through. I kind of assumed I'd be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly she ran off today, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. That's really sweet of you, but you're right. That'll definitely still leave you with plenty of time to kill. Have you thought about exploring local trails at all? I'm usually out there a few nights a week for my job, and I'd be happy to show you around. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I had known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Here's your biscuit. When he says it's on the house, she sends her condolences. Thanks, it looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy, and nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it is good, with a capital G. Divinity given buttery form. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa, this is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Don't size. I'm a YouTuber. Same. Do you also get 0 to 2 views on every video? What kind of videos? What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, Canary. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but, you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So, the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that's the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I've also had people saying it's dog or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. It's a mountain lion. It's a mountain. You decide to take Correction's word for it. I think that's a mountain lion. You can kind of make out its little kitty cat ears. I love how this character speaks exactly the same way I do about cats. No way. It is absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack Squat, and there's no reason one would be swimming in a river like this. They're not fans of water. And it's too short to be a mountain lion. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries are missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer-gated type of situation. Exactly. Some exotic pet owners set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. Whoops, sorry, Avery. It's okay. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunky. Isn't that just worse Bigfoot? It's definitely one of the lesser ape-type cryptids, and one of the smellier, according to some sources. They say you should be able to smell it before you see it. I don't know about you, but I find the idea of discovering something previously unknown to be excitement enough, even if it's just worse Bigfoot. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug of war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So, what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? Are you going to be there, Gretchen? Oh, naturally. I wouldn't want any misfortune to befall my beloved Stella. I must stay by her side through thick and thin, however odd her passions may be. Of course, it's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Wait, I didn't agree with that. I was going to hang out Tabitha. Say no more. I'm in. Gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll be kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's what mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Oh, I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's no-go. But Reese? I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole if he's up for it. You mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? It's been like forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure. But if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know. Yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Reese, there's always been something off about that boy. I never did like the smell of him. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he just ask you to bring me to his house? Why? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember last time I saw him leave the house. Well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika's much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Okay, we'll leave a generous tip. I always try to when I go out. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. I wanted to go... I need... Holy fuck? Where's the fucking... You can see our house. Where's the foundation? Like, the last bit of that cliff is just like, I think the house is actually sticking out slightly over it. Like, what even creates that kind of cliff in a environment like this anyway? This is the Appalachian Mountains. They're not exactly known for their craggy peaks. Like, the uh the Appalachian Mountains are what, like, I would normally call hills, being from the West Coast. And I grew up right under the shadow of the Olympic Mountains, so like big cliffs looming over you isn't unusual there. It's just like you don't usually build houses on them. Or like there's no way that you're like, how did erosion cause that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to get at here. I would like to, let's see, I've been going for an hour. It'd be nice to finish chapter 1 if we can tonight. Um, like a chapter, the chapters get steadily longer, so we'll see. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel a sense of foreboding. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and to not dwell too much on this strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like Scapes. Are you really expecting to find anything? What are the chances that we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? You ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? Like ghosts and whatnot? Demons, werewolves, that sort of thing. Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it comes to ghosts. When I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with the cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. And werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope that's all just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Think about aliens. Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos that the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darlings. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out there because we know they're real. We're not alone out here, but everything is cut from the same cloth. Whoa, you've got to meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? No, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple months to heal. I know that feeling. I crushed my hand not long ago under a wooden shutter, and, like, I didn't even realize it was broken at first because my index finger still moved, but, like, it literally did took months to heal. Like, it's still a little painful, and there's a distinct lump, so I think it was a, a circular green stick fracture. Anyway, that was a lot of detail about a dumb injury that I got from being stupid. There was something caught under it, and I decided to move the something before I had the shutter move up, and it was like, I'm free! Pew! And then I heard a weird pop. All in all, not too bad. Although I guess there was also that time I was out here and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. As if I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind, that's what I did. And I kept Stella company just as she would have for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was red as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was a time I accidentally stumbled onto old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen a ton of video of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, and Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you can barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It's practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around there. It's all stuff from the 50s, too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Wait, did he just talk to Stella? Oh, no, he was talking to Stella. That's Stella. This is Gretchen. Phew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Okay. Sorry I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you want that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holla. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. No, I know who I'm going to give these to. They're my peanuts. You once again remember the dripping bag of boiled peanuts you have on your person, briefly considering offering them to Duke before realizing that it would probably be more of an insult than anything else. You keep them hidden away. Now, both y'all head back on to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy. Something musky? You seen anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week, and I cannot afford to lose any more than that. I'm sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night tracking. And I know for a fact that that's what's getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 90s, and even those were iffy. It's true, there are mountain lions out here sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple of school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed yet. Appalachian cougars is some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people post on your video. They would call me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. As Duke's words leave his mouth, a sinking feeling starts to pull at your stomach, and you glimpse brief flashes of something terrible to come. Whatever it is, the 4 of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. There's something waiting for us deeper in the woods. Yeah, I know. I'm hunting it. What if it's not a mountain lion, though? What if it's... Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. Do you want that to be his legacy, go? And besides, you know my boy Bone and me are heading down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. It'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. As Duke and Stella dig their feet in, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Somebody here is going to die tonight. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. One of us is going to die tonight. Now, what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. Weird feeling. Whoa, are you psychic or something? Signs point to yes. Whoa, what am I thinking right now? Ah, hush, you ain't psychic. You just trying to unsettle me, so I let y'all go off in the woods to film your little video. And, Canary, I think you freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Believe me, I haven't started talking to Gretchen again. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics, but if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. Oh no, we aren't actually headed back to town? What about Duke? I don't know how comfortable it'll be tromping through the woods, knowing there's someone with a shotgun out there ready to blow my head off. While I understand your fears, Canary, this is an opportunity for a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Seize it while you can. You don't have to worry about old Duke. I've been tracking with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. There's no shaking you, is there? Oh, fine. You'll just follow me until I finally relent and go monster hunting with you. I promise it'll be fun and safe. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. I am hoping I'm sounding like two different women here. I have no idea. All right, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Canary, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. That's a cute image. And keep digging, Gretches. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start tracking the scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you. Something unavoidable. But what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. There's something wrong here. It feels oppressive. Work. You don't happen to mean sticky, do you? Do you think you're smelling the skunk ape? No. Something metaphorically oppressive and dark. Dang, I thought we might have stumbled across its trail. Oh well, I wouldn't worry too much if I were you. My gut usually warns me if I'm going to run into trouble, and I feel A-okay. Your gut sucks, man. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. What was that? No need to panic. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footballs of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Jesus fucking Christ, that's wrong. Poor deer. Be sad. Okay, I have to do my weirdest voice for this. And pour water down my chest. Excuse me. But not that much of one. Okay. Pain. Rot. Decay. A deer! Let me at him! How dare he infringe upon my dear Stella's personal space! Let me at him! Then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I, he was threatening us, or warning us. I think it was just sick. The thing on its face, I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. Yeah, but that still makes me feel bad. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of. Oh, just get bigger and bigger. Thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Excuse you, though after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I can see the merit of your concern. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? She's a cryptid. It's never too late to turn back. I don't actually think I'm really cut out for this sort of thing. Those deer genuinely spooked me. I don't know if you want me weighing you down. Plus, scary psychic, there's dark shit in the woods thing. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're just aren't accustomed. That. Don't be so hard on yourself. You just aren't accustomed to the sound of the forest yet. When you go on your first few night hikes, everything sounds like some horrible monster that's just waiting for an opportunity to shred you to bits. But eventually you realize it's mostly deer and raccoons. Unfortunately, around here it would also be nutria, so let's avoid that. No night hikes near any water for me. Which probably won't go after you. Here, let's take a quick snack break before we get into the night's activities. Maybe some food will help you settle your nerves. Sweet! She has an awesome arrangement of snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Let's see. There's a trail mix with extra M&Ms, a snack bar, the dried apricots, or the sesame sticks. We have eaten a lot today. Though, so we had a nice biscuit and a sandwich, and that was pretty recent, so. No thanks. I'm not really hungry. Totally fair. Totally fair, but we should take a little rest anyway. We've been hiking for a little while now, and things might get exciting after this, if we're lucky. Oh, those are the snack bars. Those actually look kind of tasty. I should have grabbed one. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sands of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws on a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in New York. Do you have a house? An apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Canary. Oh god. So, what horrifying living situation do I have? Alone in a dingy studio apartment, which would probably still be really fucking expensive in New York. In a closet with 10 roommates, in a doorless basement that floods whenever it rains, in an apartment with a difficult roommate, a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. Doesn't seem quite right for New York. In an internet cafe. Do we live in Japan? Because I don't think there are a lot of internet cafes around these days. Let's see. Let's live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had him move in, and then they left and just stuck me with him. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain too. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. Steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's being really sneaky about. But there's something sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there are only two of us living here, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. And he infringes on my privacy all the time, too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes even attack the door until I open it. And just walk away. Like he has a complex about closed doors. She is one of the potential love interests, yes, random. Which, of course, also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business, almost like he wants me to watch him. And at least once a week, he somehow misses and leaves these big pee puddles, which I always wind up stepping in. That's at the point where I think he's causing lasting damage to the house, and no matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyway, sorry about the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat, and it's not like I can just give him away or anything. That'd be cruel. Oh, the typical roommate is her cat, which is very appropriate. I live with 3 cats. Wait, he's a cat? Like the animal? Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. So, what do you do for a living? Programmatic ads for a company nobody's ever heard of, sell arts and crafts on Etsy, first year associate at a big law firm, streamer, student, teacher. I'm in the service industry, I'd rather not say. I love how they don't list the brand for Kraft mac and cheese, but Etsy is fine. Facebook was apparently also fine. But that's, honestly, that's like including cell phones or saying someone uses a Kleenex in your story. Like, it's just a thing that exists in the modern world. All right. So what kind of job do we do? Did we drag our asses through law school only to be on the lowest rung of the totem pole of a huge law firm? Well, we might have gone to Harvard if we did that. And I actually do like law. I like law. I like knowing the rules. I like investigating. I'd be a lawyer. It'd be fun. Um, but a streamer would be particularly meta, so I'm actually a streamer. Oh no, sorry, I was using Stella's voice there. I'm actually a streamer. Oh no way! A fellow content creator. That's awesome. I knew we had a lot in common, Canary. What sort of streams do you do? Video games, art, teach people how to cook, play music, or just talk to people? I'm not exactly a scintillating conversational. You know what? I wish I could say that my character, like, did tarot readings as a streamer. But I can say that she's doing art for a tarot deck. And generally following her mystic visions. I do art on stream. Sometimes it's a project I've been working on for a while. Sometimes it's just me taking requests for a few hours. That's incredible. I've always wanted to be good at art, but it's one of those talents that never really manifested for me, try as I might. I have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? I wouldn't trade it for the world. I get to do... Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. And, you know, it's a way to do art professionally. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I could do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but not around anymore, and the holler's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. It's okay, you didn't know, and I've done my mourning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet, and interesting, too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. I always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to. Oh, it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was the local vet. Lady, all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle, too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care into her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So, yeah, those were my parents. I can relate. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Thanks, Canary. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? terribly, to be honest. It wasn't a quick death. Years to the point where it was almost a relief when it finally happened. But then it sank in that she was really gone, and I was utterly alone. And then the hospital bills started to come in, so yeah, I'm not taking it well. Yeesh, I can't even imagine how bad that must be. Just salt in the wound at that point. What in God's name was that? Whoa. My stars, what was that? That sound wasn't meant for human ears. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of this evening were already set in motion long before you set foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. Despite my strenuous efforts, Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. There's something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, hold Gretchen's leech for me and let's check this out. We really shouldn't. You and Stella inch toward the tree line and she shines her flashlight into the woods. Stay close, Canary. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Pain. It's all pain. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Holy fuckballs. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be 2, maybe 3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out Skunk Ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's heading north. Let's go after it. Do we have to? Now's not the time to hesitate. We're catching this thing. We've got to go now. We could not catch this thing. Stella sprints into the woods in pursuit, leaving you no choice but to run after her, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by your leash. Girl, you are in a horror game. Why were you running through the woods? Stella, my darling companion, are you all right? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. I just tripped on something. That's a chicken. On something weird. Oh no. That poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Jesus, it's still alive. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird doesn't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. I... Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Looks like what Stella slipped on. The wings barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. In a stretched taut, the growth pulsing underneath. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to film. Ahem. It seems we've found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Leave and never Oh wow, the words are really clear. Leave and never return. This place is cursed. Get away from here. Hey, do you hear that? Something out. There's something out there all around us. I can smell it. There's so many of them. What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to? Birdie? Oh, Birdie. What's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? Leave and never return. This place is cursed. Get out while you still can. Whatever those voices are, they're trying to warn us. We caught a glimpse of something earlier. When we chased after it, it brought us here. Whatever did this to her, I think we can hear them in the trees. I'm not... I think maybe the groans are them, but I'm not sure the whispers are. Put that camera away for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear me? I think they're coming closer. You stay away from Stella, you mongrels. That's... Go while you can. Yeah, those voices are warning us. Get out while you can. I don't think... They don't sound like they're threatening. Yeah, see? Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? That ain't sound something beast-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. They're warning us, bro. We need to go. Come on, you whatever your name is. Grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. I can feel that white-hot rage from earlier start to wash back over me. I'm going after them. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Quick, they're closing in on us. We have to save the pupper. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wiggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Sorry, Duke. You hear a body hit the ground and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in. I mean, whatever that creature was, that was definitely violent, but... Gretchen, Canary, Duke, are you alright? Woe is me, a postmodern Cassandra. I warned you two. Terrible was was going to happen. Woe is me, a postmodern Cassandra. I guess you did. What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen, here, I'll take her. My poor little pup. Thank you for watching out for her. Duke, are you okay? Oh, holy fuckballs. Oh my god. Oh my god, Duke. Holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? This is. You stand in stunned silence. You've seen dead people before, but never like this. Those things are still out there. What happened to Duke? Something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? Yeah, yeah. This is a lot. We're in way over our heads. Oh, let me just check the camera real quick. Christ, it's just so dark and shaky. Hate to say it, but people need to know what happened here, Canary. Duke's family deserves closure. Other people deserve to know what's out there. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Fuck! Lead the way. Looks like Duke didn't manage to tag one of them before he, you know. We should be able to follow that blood trail. Let's go while it's still fresh. You suppose they used to be people? What are they? As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. But they're everywhere. I smell something terribly foul, like a pile of rancid meat. I think we're almost there. The trees are starting to thin out. The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid body of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is their nest, and you're surrounded. What is this horrible place? We need to get out of here. More of those swellings. All the animals here have them. Or have them. Hey, let's leave, Stella. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't have seen any of this. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We have enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before things get ugly. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest of the branches and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there. As you and Stella, like, whoa, yeah, maybe they were definitely threats. I don't know, man. As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. We should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. 13 text messages. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. I'll text her and let her know the. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl, it's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountain on the Askina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay. Okay, yeah. God damn it, one of my I just had to stretch it. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? Yes, now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk two officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being in the middle of the night. See? Right here. The thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin every so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some kind of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. I'm gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But Okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I'll escort you, and... Who are you exactly? That's Canary. She came into town today for the funeral. Canary, as in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. There's a naked maniac on the loose. It's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Earl's going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reported naked... We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have a ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist for your own safety. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches her behind the ears. Ugh, I need to fix my headphone cord. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither of us much likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Hey, Stella, you good? Hey, Stella, you good? He doesn't respond. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. I guess we just saw a man die. I don't... Oh, sorry. Doing Stella's voice again. I guess we just saw a man die. I don't know what to say either. Looks to me like she just got a bout of cough sickness. Must be why she thought walking home sounds like such a good idea. Guess whatever you saw out in them woods wasn't as bad as an upset tummy. I'm sure she'll be right as rain once we get back down the hill. Although she best try not to hurl in the meantime. We wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. Y'all better keep it together until then. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath your tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. Oh, wait, that was Franklin. And you, whatever your name was. Canary, IP Freely, Fox Mulder. Canary. Sure. You in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchen. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugboos give you any trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. They seemed a they seemed a little blasé about everything. Sure seemed blasé about a man's death. I can't believe they're waiting until morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? I believe they are well intentioned, if in over their heads. And what's worse is I think they implied that you're a suspect after we showed them all of that footage. Even the nest. The truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage, those things are out there in the woods, and something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, I'll never hold up and I won't get to that point either, because we're gonna do a little of investigating of our own. I gotta find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, no way they can blame me for what happened. Library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never come across anything like this. There's someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. The place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. I should check on Tabitha. I should probably check on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. I should really head back. Okay, if you're sure. I won't stop you if that's what you really want. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. We'll see you tomorrow? Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Canary. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet estate alone. As far as you know, those creatures from the woods have been. Oh, right. I didn't get to meet a certain character. Hopefully, we'll still meet him. As far as you know, those creatures from the wood have infested these trails as well, but it's late for you to turn around. You'll either make it back to the estate or you won't. What's that? You turn to see a shadowy figure in a miner's jacket staring at you from the path behind you. It neared approach. Welcome home. You're finally back. You're finally back where you belong. Who are you? You call out to the figure, but as soon as your words leave your mouth, it vanishes into the black of the night. Almost home. Made it. Your salvation is in sight. You make a mad dash to the door. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. I don't care. You gave me a heart attack. Miner on the road. I think I saw a miner on the way back home. The shit out of me. What's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course miners walk around. I saw things tonight. Went in the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids and a lot of really terrible things. Oh, so you met Stella then. That explains everything. He's gotten you all worked up. Get to bed. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Can you talk? Wait, you don't want to hang out? Hyped up on adrenaline. Love to just hang out for a little while. A bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's tired. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. Probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you settle into your room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. We'll call her. We'll be a good friend. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Did you make it back all right? I ran into someone weird on the way back. Oh, sorry. I ran into someone weird on the way back. A miner, I guess? Knew my name. Really gave me the heebie-jeebies. Huh, that's weird. I think I've got some interesting leads, too. We can compare notes tomorrow. Get some rest, alright? Glad you're safe. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make it seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountain with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. In the pines, where the sun never shines, we will shiver the whole night through. are mysteries in this town. Scarlet Hollow. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. We got Enemy Darkness Dementia Raven Way as an achievement. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. We'll overwrite our old save. Alright, and we're gonna call that for the stream for tonight. I appreciate you all being here and listening. It's been great, and I do really enjoy this game, so I'll definitely be doing a part 2. I will be probably editing this before I post it on YouTube, but I will do that soon. In the meantime, have a wonderful evening.